It's been yet another busy week in the UAE. This is the place where all the action is. From Expo to World Cup, from events to celebrities, this place is buzzing with full-on excitement. And to add more excitement to your weekend, this is me, Priya, bringing you all a brand new episode of your favorite show, Zee Connect. Having spent more than 20 years in the showbiz and having worked in TV, films, theatre and now OTT, he has always made efforts to grow with every project. I am talking about actor Rohit Roy Bose, who was recently in Dubai. Check out what the actor has to say about his journey so far.
Yeah, so I did start my career as an assistant director actually in advertising to Kunal Kapoor, who was Shashi Kapoor's son. And well, it happened quite by accident, so I wasn't even sure I wanted to do advertising. But he offered me a job, I took it up. And while I was working with him, people would see me on the set and somebody would call me for a film, somebody would call me for an ad film. And that's how it started. So I always say I am an actor by accident. I accidentally started doing work as a model. I accidentally came into the film industry, and the rest, as they say, is destiny. So I'm glad that my destiny brought me here today. Yes, of course. Actually, quite honestly, like I said, I started my career as an assistant director. So I always wanted to be a director. I never wanted to be an actor. I never even thought about being an actor. Yes, of course, I used to like modeling, and I used to get a lot of good offers in terms of being a model. At that time, there were not many people like me. I was very raw, but I got some of the biggest campaigns at that time. But I never really thought about becoming an actor. You have to study, you have to train, and I had none of those. And I got Swabhiman, which became the biggest hit. But instead of saying that direction was a extension of myself as an actor, I'd say direction is my true calling, really. Yes, I know I've carved a niche for myself as an actor in this industry, but if given a chance, I'd definitely want to make my own film or an OTT show or anything, but I'm happiest behind camera. You've really gone back and done your homework. Well, Shabana Azmi is somebody I have wanted to work with from the beginning of my career. Naseeruddin Shah, one of the thespians, one of the greatest actors according to me, not only in India but across the globe. I was very lucky that in my first film, my producer, who's also my friend Sanjay Gupta, he asked me, whom do I want? And I said, I want Shabana Azmi and Naseeruddin Shah. And he said, Bhaiya, please, itna bhi mat pucho. But I said, look, this is my characters will be justified if I have these two actors. And they had not worked together for 19 years before they did my film. And it was a dream working with Shabana ji and Naseer bhai. They're so easy to work with. People say, oh God, Shabana Azmi, Naseeruddin Shah, you must have had a tough time. No, I would have had a tough time if I had not worked with these actors. They've spoiled me for life. The commitment, the homework, the passion, the hunger, it's unbelievable. And Shabana ji, I will never forget, she came, it was a 5 o'clock shift in the morning, 5 a.m. shift. She walked in like Shabana Azmi, went into her van, and in 45 minutes walked out looking like the character. And Naseer bhai, he's just, what do I say, effortless at everything he does. They're so different, both these actors. Shabana ji does a lot of homework, she does a lot of layering to her characters, she does there's so much homework before she comes on the set, while Naseer bhai just comes on the set, reads the lines and enacts in a very, which looks like an effortless process, but it's not, I'm sure. So yes, to sum up, I was very, very lucky to get both of them in my first film. As a child, I was crawling and I used to always go towards a bottle of Coca-Cola. And, one of my neighbors, he said, ये हमेशा बच्चा Coca-Cola की bottle देखता है तो उसके तरफ जाता है, इसका नाम Coco रख दो. That's how I got my nickname, Coco. Good question. I don't know. I don't know whether it helped me creatively refresh myself, but it made me hungrier. It made me also respect what I had. Sometimes you take a lot of things for granted. You take your success, you take your money, you take your house, you take your family, you take your food. You take a lot of things for granted because you're getting it easily. The lockdown, the pandemic just taught us a lot of things of how to be in gratitude really for the things that you have earned or God has given you. And that's what I learned. I mean, every waking moment I'm thankful for the things I have, whether it's my family's health, whether it's my wealth, whether it's my family and friends, because they are the ones who actually tided us over during these tough, trying times. Did it refresh me as an actor? Maybe it did organically because I was hungry for more. But I don't think it really, I don't know, I can't put a finger on it. But if there has been a change, it's probably very, very subtle and internal. Externally, I can't feel it. What I enjoy the most, like I said, is direction. I enjoy directing the most because you end up being involved before the process of shooting happens, and you only exit once everything is done, signed and sealed. So for me, the process of writing, the process of visualization, planning the film, shooting the film or the OTT or the television show, whatever I'm doing, and editing, I love editing. You know, I don't know, I might have been an editor in my previous life because I enjoy editing the most. I shoot my films, I've done a lot of television movies and some television work in the past, and I used to shoot it like an editor. A lot of people used to say, "Arey, bhai, yahan pe cut kiya, agla shot kahan se lega?" And being an actor helps you because you know what your next continuity is going to be. So if you ask me what I enjoy doing the most, I enjoy directing myself as an actor. Thank you very much for asking me all these questions. I'm refreshed now. Thank you and all the very best.
Time for a short break, but we'll give you some insights on healthy cooking right after. Stay with us. Welcome back. The journey to healthy starts in the kitchen. Watch Chef Deepti share some game-changing recipes from her kitchen in Pinch of Health.
Hello viewers, welcome to Pinch of Health. I'm your chef Deepti Pai and I'm back with another interesting recipe called strawberry walnut salad with a creamy cashew dressing. This dish I will be making in 2 steps. So first will be the salad followed by the dressing. I'm going to dry roast the walnuts. Here I'm using 1 cup walnut and just dry roast it. Doing this step will remove the rawness from the walnuts and give it a nice smoky flavor. Now that the walnuts are dry roasted, I'm going to transfer it into a bowl and keep it aside. In the same pan, add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and add 1 cup of white beans. So today's main protein that I have used is the white beans. Of course, it's rich in protein and rich in fiber, as well as a really good source of antioxidant. Now to this white beans, I'm going to add about ½ teaspoon of salt. You can also season it with any other seasoning that you prefer to give it a different taste. So while this is being cooked, let's go ahead and chop the strawberries into 4 quarters. So here I have chopped about 7 to 8 strawberries. Let's check on the white beans. So doing this step will give a nice crunchy outer layer to the beans and will prevent it from getting mushy when you add it to the salad. So now that the beans are done, let's get to prepping the salad. In a salad bowl, add 1 cup of the greens and the strawberries. Now to this, I'm adding 1 cup chopped tomatoes, 1 cup chopped avocados, and 1 cup diced cucumbers. Now toss them up well. To this, I'm going to add the pre-roasted walnuts. To this, I'm going to add the pre-roasted white beans. Give this all a good mix. Walnuts are a very good source of healthy fats, and also in this it will give a nice crunchy texture. So now that the salad is ready, I'm going to keep this aside and let's get to making a very nice creamy cashew dressing. So to this blender, I'm going to add 1 cup of cashew which is pre-soaked in hot water. Now to this, I'm going to add lemon juice from 1 full lemon, sriracha sauce 1 tablespoon. You can vary the amount of heat and add more sauce if you like. Or you can also add crushed chilies to this. And 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of salt, and blend this well together. As you can see, a nice thick and creamy salad dressing is now ready. This salad dressing you can store in the fridge for about 1 week. You can use it on rice bowls, you can use it for wraps, or you can use it in salad as dressings. Now let's get to plating this salad. So on the plate, first take some good quantity of salad. And this I'm going to top with the creamy cashew dressing. I'm going to garnish this with some pine nuts and top it with a strawberry. A very delicious sweet and savory salad that is made with strawberry and walnuts is ready. Now let's check out the drink for the day. Since the main dish had strawberries in it, I decided why not use strawberries for the drink of the day. Today's drink is strawberry coconut lemonade. So let's get started with the drink. In the blender, add about 1 cup of strawberry, and lemon juice from 1 whole lemon, and 1 tablespoon honey. This is going to be the base of the drink. So first, I'll be blending all this together. So now that this is ready, I'm going to transfer this into a glass. About half of it. And to this, I'm going to add coconut water and sparkling water in 1:1 ratio. So about 100 ml of coconut water and 100 ml of sparkling water. And now to this, I'm going to top it again with this strawberry mix. And now I'm going to garnish this with a wedge of lemon. A very refreshing strawberry coconut lemonade is now ready. This drink is very rich in antioxidants that comes from strawberries and the coconut water. It is also very good for hydration during your summer days. For today, we've made a very refreshing duo, a strawberry walnut salad with strawberry coconut lemonade. I hope you guys give this too a try, and I'll be back again next week with amazing, interesting recipes. Until then, keep watching Zee Connect. Let's take a quick recap. For strawberry walnut salad, dry roast 1 cup of walnuts and keep it aside. Heat 1 tablespoon olive oil. Add 1 cup of beans. Cook until it gets crispy from the outside. Slit 7 to 8 strawberries into quarters. In a salad bowl, add 1 cup of greens, strawberries, 1 cup chopped tomatoes, 1 cup chopped avocados, 1 cup diced cucumbers. Toss them up well. Add the pre-roasted walnuts. Now time to add the pre-cooked white beans. For the cashew dressing, take the pre-soaked cashews, juice from 1 full lemon, 1 teaspoon sriracha sauce, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, half teaspoon salt, and grind them together. Place the salad in the serving dish and drizzle the cashew dressing generously. Garnish with some pine nuts and top it with a strawberry. For the strawberry coconut lemonade, in a blender mix strawberries, lemon juice and honey. Transfer this to a glass. Now pour 100 ml of coconut water and 100 ml of sparkling water. Top it with the remaining strawberry mix. Garnish this with a lemon wedge.
Whether you are young or old, overweight or fit, yoga is for everyone who wants to stay healthy. So roll out your mats and learn the asana of the day from Vandana in Revive and Relax.
Hello everyone, welcome to Revive and Relax. My name is Vandana. Today I'll be guiding you through an asana called Salamba Bhujangasana or the Sphinx pose. It's basically a supported cobra pose. Now this pose is very good for beginners who are starting into back bends and also helps a lot in a lower back pain if you have without putting any undue pressure on the spine. The only cautionary advice I would give is it should not be practiced by pregnant women or if you've had any recent abdominal or spinal surgery. Other than that, let's get started. So we'll start with lying down on our stomach. So basically, it's the same as preparing for your cobra pose. So your legs are straight behind, with the arch being a little bit enhanced on your back. And then the guideline is that you'll have your hands underneath your shoulders, and then you'll pull yourself up and then adjust yourself with your arms parallel to each other. Your fingers are facing forward, and your elbow should be right underneath your shoulder. There should not be any undue pressure on your back right now. What you will notice is your natural curvature of your back is getting enhanced and there's no pressure on the spine. So as you're here, your shoulders will go back and down. Your shoulder blades are squeezing towards each other. That's how you should feel. Your chest is opening towards the front. Now you can keep if you feel comfortable with your neck and your throat, you should stretch it out and look to the front. If not, you can just gently look down, and that's okay too. So as you're here, keep in mind the awareness of your posture. Deep breaths in and out. Your chest is expanding, your shoulders are expanding. And then whenever you're done, you just gently go down, give a rest to your back, and then slowly come up. And that was the pose. I know it looks very simple, but it is a very beneficial pose for your back. What happens with the cobra or the Bhujangasana, you can put pressure on your wrists. But this pose is very good because you're just pushing pressure on your arm, so you're not having any feeling in your wrist if you're not comfortable with that. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today and hope you liked today's segment. It's a very simple pose, but it has so many benefits. So I hope you do keep practicing it every day, and it'll definitely help you with the back pain and even help you with the digestion. Hope to see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.
As the festive season is right here knocking at our doors, we will tell you how to spice up your wardrobe and look your best. All of it coming up right after this short break. Thank you for watching Zee Connect. The most elegant and stylish festive collections were displayed at this year's Rivaz, a premium fashion and lifestyle exhibition. Top designers brought the latest styles in ensembles, jewelry and home accessories to be explored. So if you want to make a style statement this festive season, join me.
Welcome to Rivaz, Dubai. We're currently in Taj Hotel, Dubai, and exhibiting over 60 exhibitors this year. We have exhibitors from all around the world who are exhibiting with a variety of things from Diwali dresses, home decors, anything that you need for your festive home.
Hi, my name is Nikita and I'm at the Inayat by Divya Temani stall at the Rivaz exhibition today at Taj Hotel. We are a one-stop boutique in DIFC Gate Avenue Mall in Dubai, and we have everything that you could need this Diwali and wedding season. So we look forward to seeing you. We're so happy to see all of our wonderful clients back in exhibition season at Rivaz today. Follow us at Shop Inayat on Instagram and Facebook. See you soon.
We specialize in making bespoke suits, sherwanis, achkans, bundis, and formal wear for men. This is our second time at Rivaz, and I must say the exhibition and the experience so far has been par excellent. I'd like to bring to your notice and special thanks to Leena for all the efforts she's put in to organize this event, especially after the pandemic and the COVID times we're living in today. You are more than welcome to visit us or call us by appointment at your doorstep in Dubai, and we would be happy to help you and serve you with your requirements.
Hi everyone, I'm Khushi Tejwani and I'm 17 years old and the founder of Kiara's Dubai. What I basically do is bake and do chocolates and hampers for Diwali and for other occasions as well. Today I'm at Rivaz and it feels really good to be here with so many talented people. We make customized hampers and we also specialize in gluten-free, sugar-free, vegan products as well as gourmet breads and chocolates. You can find me at Kiara's Dubai on Instagram.
I'm Anna and this is Komal, and both of us run Muhurat Collections, which is our dream project, and we are dealing in lovely Kanjivaram, Banarsi, Paichani, all kinds of silk sarees, and in Dubai usually it's a problem to find lovely weddingy collection of sarees, and that's what we are trying to do. So right now we are at Rivaz and we are super excited about being here in this lovely crowd, and all of the people are enjoying our sarees.
As you can see, our collection, it's bright and vibrant.
We are an online portal actually, and if you go to muhuratcollections.com, you can see our entire range. We are available in Dubai and India for the time being, and with your support, we hope to be across the world soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To sign off, but before I go, make sure you go to our social handles, subscribe and check out the most happening stories to keep up with everything that you may have missed so far. Take care. See you next week only on Zee Connect.